Welcome, dear listeners, to Deaf and Dumb.
Yeah. Welcome.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley. You always miss that part. You're so focused on the hello.
It's the most important part.
That you're just forget to introduce
we're in
yourself.
sync, Dudley. We just both pushed the hair out of our face at the same time.
No, we're not.
Twinning.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Yeah. How you been? I don't care.
Good. I'm good.
We had a good week. I've been working on myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting that adult life DLC thing going.
You get your plumbing right.
Getting my plumbing right. Yeah, my I talked about it last week. It's not that. I mean, I guess it is. It's I guess. You know, usually when you talk about plumbing, you think it's you're talking about digestion, but we're talking about the actual fluids.
No, I'm talking about digestion.
Oh, well, that's not what I'm talking about.
You gotta get your shit straight.
So yeah, I talked about last week. I was having trouble with my blood pressure.
Yes,
and
you're getting old.
Yeah, but it's been good. It's been really good. It's been pretty close to normal, like the in the 120s, no 80s. So
yeah,
so I am
good.
doing well.
So you're just gonna go back to.
I'm gonna go right back to what I was doing.
Your terrible lifestyle.
No, I just gotta keep eating well and exercising, and it'll be good.
That's good.
So
I've been trying to eat better too.
Yeah, yeah. You're not very good at it.
No, I'm doing all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've had lots of fruits and vegetables this week.
Those are good things.
And those are the things I need to eat.
Yeah, we started dieting with the parents, and well, so far Dad has done well. Our mother not so much.
Yeah.
she
she listens to the show.
No, she doesn't. She talks a big game, but then like every time I see her, she's eating chips. I'm just like, what are you doing?
I did eat chips today, but that was to get them out of the apartment.
Oh, is that?
We had
you can't just throw them away.
We can't. I mean, we're not wasteful.
But it's going well.
I don't need this to go to waste. Oh, I will eat it. I will, for the greater good. I will eat these Doritos. Cool Ranch flavored.
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of oatmeal.
Oatmeal?
Because it's supposed to be good.
It keeps you regular.
It keeps you regular. It's supposed to be good for your blood pressure.
Is the oatmeal are you eating the oatmeal in the cabinet?
Yeah.
That's our oatmeal.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. We bought
it now.
We bought it when we were there, and
it's mine now.
I need to get that back.
No,
Jess likes oatmeal.
I'm enjoying it.
All right, well, I'm gonna after we're done, I'm calling her. I'm like, do you want your oatmeal back?
No, you don't need to do that. She told me I could keep it.
No, she didn't. She didn't tell you nothing.
She told me I could keep it.
Nothing.
She knows it's good for me, and I need to keep it.
It's good for her too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she can get some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we will.
Well, when she brought it into our house, it became ours.
Oh, okay.
And by ours, I mean mine, because no one else eats it.
Yeah.
I've been experimenting with putting things in it and how to cook it and make it the way I like it.
Yeah.
So the first couple of times, it was a little soupier than I wanted, so I worked on less water and getting it the right consistency.
More dry.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not dry, but it's drier. But yeah, and I just been trying adding different things in it. That's all I've done.
Yeah.
It's just like every time I put something different in, whether it's
try Fruit Loops.
No, but I did try multigrain Cheerios.
That's
Did it choke you up?
I'm sorry, I had a really bad tickle in my throat. I tried to wash it away, but it didn't work. It just made it worse.
No, it's really good. It adds a little crunchiness to it.
Yeah.
The trick is, though, you have to pour it on top and eat it. You can't, pour it on there while it's still warm and everything and mix it up, and it'll get soft, and you lose all the crunch.
That's why I don't have milk with my cereal.
Yeah, you're weird.
I don't like soggy cereal.
No, you gotta eat it fast.
No.
Yeah, you just speed up how quickly you eat.
I can eat it slowly by not putting milk on it. Who needs milk anyways?
Your children? Babies?
Babies, yes.
You have a baby. I think you should know the answer to that.
Technically, she's having formula, so...
That's true.
Not really milk.
Yeah.
I guess it's got some kind of powdered milk thing in it.
I have no idea.
I didn't look at the ingredient. I probably should look at what we're feeding our baby.
Yeah, you should. Anyway, Let's talk about games.
Yes, I bought a new game.
Yes, you did.
A game no one's heard of.
Yeah,
because no one's played.
That's not true.
So
and you're
I
playing
am bringing it to the light.
It's a game I told you to play last week.
No,
and told you it was on discount.
That's
it was
not
on
true.
special.
That's not true.
And
that's fake news.
There's evidence. There's audio
no
evidence. Yes.
No, I'm going the Trump model. Whatever I say is to be taken as our listeners are supposed to take it as this is the truth, without any searching or revisiting even my own messages.
Yeah, okay. So it's Fallout 76.
I know. Now, yes, but you stole my thunder.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm going to ignore you and go, the game I bought, which you don't know about, is Fallout 76.
I told you to buy it last week.
No.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You enjoying it?
I've only done... I played the intro to remake your character and getting outside the vault. And then a little bit outside of it, and then I stopped, and then this weekend I got some more time, and all I've been doing is Nuclear Winter.
Oh, yeah?
That's all I've played.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I really like it.
It's fun. I like it. I've been enjoying it, too. I was going to play some today, but I got sidetracked. I got to playing Forager again.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun. But yeah, Nuclear Winter is a lot of fun.
Nuclear Winter is good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because, it's a battle royale, which typically are good.
Yeah, they're fun.
But it's Fallout themed, so it's got all the things I'm like, it's good. Yeah. I like it.
Well, the familiarity. I talked about it last week, is that we played Fortnite or PUBG, and those are fun games. There's nothing wrong with them, and I enjoyed them all right. Yeah. But there's something about being Fallout themed and having all the Fallout weapons and all that stuff makes it really familiar. So I'm like, oh yeah, so I get into it a little more.
It's like I'm playing Fallout, but it's like I'm playing my character in Fallout, but then some other crazy shit's happening. Now we're in this game, and that's when we have to survive. Yeah, and it's fun. I'm really enjoyed it. I spent probably 2 hours just playing that.
Yeah, I was going to play some more of it.
Yeah,
I did earlier in the week. Managed to win. It became down to me and my team. Were the last standing players.
And I don't know if it's just because of Fallout I like it, because this game, it puts you in a random team, like most of them do, if you just stick in your random team of players. But the players don't annoy me.
No, they don't. My experience has been they have been pretty cool.
Yeah, and I don't know, it's just that maybe the median age of people who play this Fallout is closer to us, and so it's not as I don't know. Fortnite is played by teenagers.
Yeah, kids. A lot of kids.
A lot of kids play that. So so I guess that's the difference.
It's more, it's more of an adult game. It's a mature game.
Mature.
But, I got in a group and they were actually communicating because I hadn't really so far I hadn't really been in a team there. Anyone talked or someone said something once or something, but not that much.
Yeah,
I didn't have my microphone set up or anything, so I wasn't really talking. But I was just kind of following along. Yeah, and two of the guys were talking a lot and kind of giving tips and heads up on stuff. Yeah, and we had a fourth guy, but it was weird because he was like he spawned way away from us, and he was like, "Oh man, sorry guys, something's going on outside in my neighborhood. Someone's shooting a gun," and I was like, "What?" And then one of the guys was like, "Are you okay? You need to take care of something?" He was like, "No, I think they called the police. The police are coming or something. I don't know what's happening." And that was that. And then we didn't hear from him. And then next thing I know, he got caught in the firestorm and died. So I don't know if he had to step away or what happened. But I was like, why are you playing this game?
Yeah, I was like, you need to log out, man.
It wasn't the way he said it was like it wasn't involving him. It was just something going on outside, in his neighborhood kind of thing. Yeah. And I was like, weird. But the other two guys were really cool. And
I was about to have to be like, sorry guys, my baby's crying. I'm about to step away.
Yeah. And
look, you need to take care of that? Yeah, I will. She'll be fine for 10 minutes. It almost happened. She when I was first playing, she was with Jess, so they were napping, and then she called me in there, and I took her and put her in her little mama room, and she was swinging back and forth and sleeping, and then every once in a while I'd look over there, and I'd be like, "Do I have time for another game? She's gonna wake up." Okay, she's fine. She's
trying to time it out.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, but I got in a game with 3 guys at one point. 2 of them had mics, and we kind of spawned in the same area, but one guy was kind of off by himself, and then when it reveals where everyone's showing, he was like right next to another guy, an enemy. No. He was like, "Well, this is gonna go bad," and he was just chatting away. And then as soon as he got in, he died. And then the other guy who didn't know him, he did not know this guy. He was like, "I'm gonna avenge you, bro," and he just started trucking across. And I was like. And the guy's like, no, stick with the team. It's fine. He was dead, but he's still on mic.
Yeah.
He hadn't logged.
Well, he might have been knocked down.
No, he was dead.
He was out. Yeah,
he was dead. So, which is interesting. You can still mic with.
Yeah, but you can't like change who you see. You can only see other. You see what you followed one of your teammates until they're all dead, and then you can spectate it.
So he was talking to him, and he was trying to. He goes, "No, man, go back to the team. Stick with the team." And he was like, "No, I'm gonna avenge you, bro." And he's just going, and so I was like, "Okay." So I kind of followed at a distance behind him, thinking he's gonna get in a fight. And then I had a sniper rifle, so I was like, he gets in a fight, he'll be a diversion, and I'll snipe the guy.
Yeah.
And it kind of worked.
Kind of.
He ended up killing the guy, and I kind of helped a little bit, but and then he ended up dying, and I ended up dying pretty quick after that. But it's pretty funny. It's like, and because I don't have my mic on either. I just played just with the sound, but there was another 2 guys that one of the guys spawned way off again, and then just disappeared, went out of the game. And then I was with the other 2 guys, and they were just talking back and forth. Apparently, they don't really know each other, but they played together in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Like a week before.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they don't know each other in person, it's just like, oh, we were in a game before.
Yeah, because you can see who you played with previously.
Yeah, and apparently they've added each other from being in the same team, and then they were randomly put together again, because the teams are random.
Yeah.
So it stuck them together, and they were like, oh, hey, and they were chatting along. And then at one point, they were just like, I was just going with them. I wasn't talking or anything, and they were just like, yeah, I don't think Smom can hear us. I was just like, yeah, I can hear you. I hear you just fine. She's like,
I was with the other 2 guys, and there's the Camp McClinton or whatever it's called. It's
I don't know the map.
Yeah, it's a boot camp thing. It's like an army base type thing, and you can go there in the regular game to go through an army boot camp training.
Oh,
thing.
really? Okay.
And which is handy because you can get some stuff so we ended up there. Like we spawned, and then there was one guy standing in the middle, and one of the guys shanked him and took him out, and then we got to moving, and there was just the 3 of us who went up the hill, kind of up on the mountain to this little base, and got some stuff, and then we're like, the circle kept centering kind of pretty close around us.
Yeah.
So we're like, we're good here. So we were like, let's just hang out here. Well, there's kind of a guard tower.
Yeah.
And so we got in it, closed the door. One of the guys dropped a mine right by the door. And then we were just hanging out in the stairwell of the tower.
Yeah.
So they couldn't see us. They couldn't. We poke up at the top at first to look around, but then we just stayed inside and just hid. And literally the next 3 circles were right on top of us. So we didn't have to move. So we're like, we're just going to hang out here.
Yeah.
And so we waited. We were all standing in different positions on the stairwell, watching the door. And waiting.
Yeah.
And then
just watching the number of bodies drop.
Yeah, exactly. Until it got down to 4 people. And other than us.
Yeah.
So there were 7 players still in the game. We're like, oh. And
so
one of the guys was
squadron.
Like, yeah, we were thinking, oh no, there's another squadron of 4. But then we heard shooting, so we're like, no, it's not. I think it was a 3 and a 1.
Yeah.
And then it finally got small enough that we were just outside of it. So we went to move, and our mine disappeared for some reason. And I don't know what happened with that. Maybe it sat there too long. I'm not sure. So that disappeared. And then we went to we went out, and we were kind of going downhill to trying to find the center circle, but we had the higher ground. And then we couldn't see him. We kind of looked over the cliff there, and there was the couple of guys still there hiding behind trees. And we were right over them. So we just started picking them off. And we ended up winning because we just and all three of us survived. None of us got.
I think the closest we got was when I was with the two that didn't think I could hear them.
Did they have any personal conversations? Like, oh, he can't hear us. Let's just talk.
No. It was like, no, he can't hear us. I love you, man. No, none of that. That would have been funny though. Like, I've missed you since I played with you last week. I can't get you off my mind. You murdered that guy. So good for me.
But yeah, there were a couple of times where in other games where I got knocked down and I was dying and the guy was and then someone else killed me before he could get there and he was like, oh, sorry man, I tried. He was trying to save me.
Yeah.
And
it happened. Everyone's pretty chill on it.
It was really good. I really enjoy it. I want to play some more. We may have to try a little later jumping in and see if we can get in. I don't know if we can because we're friends.
With friends you can get in the same one together.
It'd be cool if we could team up together and lose together.
Yeah. It was pretty good. I had a nuke drop on us.
Oh wow! Yeah.
We were someone. It was an early game.
Oh
and, well, I say it was an early game. It was probably halfway through it, and there was 20-something people. And then all of a sudden it was nuke imminent or whatever it says.
Yeah.
And we were and they were well, and I was thinking the same thing. We all pulled up our map to see where we were, and we were right in the center of it.
No.
And we were
oh no!
And we were all oh shit, we're in it. And the guys were we got to go. And we were all running, and we were just running. And he goes, we're not gonna make it. The guy's we're not gonna make it. And then he's oh wait, we're outside of it. We're outside of it. We're good. So we turned around and watched the nuke go off. And I was just yeah, that's the one thing other battle royales do not have.
Nukes? No,
nukes.
They don't have nukes.
And I came this close to getting one.
Yeah?
I
know you
three.
have to get, briefcase.
I had 3 of them. I just need one more.
Oh, wow.
And it takes 4 briefcases, and you can launch it. And I was oh, man.
Yeah, I know you can, hack into stuff. You can go to computer terminals like you can in Fallout, and you can do the hacking stuff and get stuff. One of them I did, and it gave me the options of, a nuclear code and some other thing. And one of them was a map reveal.
Yeah, it'll tell you where people are.
And I clicked that, and it showed where everyone was. And I'm oh, cool. And I was okay, there's people over there. And there was, I got a rough idea where people were, where the groupings were, and then before it ran off. But
a guy in my team did that at one point. He's there are 2 guys north of us. I'm oh, that's pretty cool. I just assumed that's how you got the
that's exactly how I did it. I'm that's cool.
It's pretty good.
I didn't even think to try using the terminals when I was first playing it, just because I just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
And while we were in another game, a guy ran up to a terminal. Hold on, let me hack this terminal. And I was oh, I guess you can do that. I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, the perks system in there is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand it.
Well, you can get cards.
Yeah, you get cards.
And then you have to. I think your stats go up, or what you can. It's like a point buy thing.
Yeah,
where your card costs, or it's a really good card has a 3 in the corner or something, and so you have to be able to have 3 in that stat. To have it go up.
Well, that's how it works. Yeah, that's how the regular game works.
Well, I assume that's how it is in.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's how in the normal Fallout 76 game, it's you put points into your special.
Oh, okay.
And that's how
the stats translate from there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah. I kept treating it as 2 separate.
Yeah. No, things. I did too, and it wasn't until later I was oh, these translate.
So
it occurred to me, it was I really should switch to my other character who has much more more space, because I was I got a 3-point card, and I'm I can't use this.
Yeah.
And I'm oh, well. Yeah, okay.
That makes sense. I need to play the regular game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's good. I like it.
I like it a lot.
I need to play the regular one and see how it is.
Yeah, but you texted me saying you were going to play. I didn't know you were doing Nuclear Winter. If you had told me, hey, I'm going to do Nuclear Winter, I would have jumped right in.
Yeah.
But I had just I updated Forager and was playing it, and it escalated really quickly. I started hitting these things that were making me getting a lot of money, so I was buying more land pieces, and then I started finding dungeons, actual dungeons.
Yeah.
Little they're dungeons, but they have puzzles and stuff in them. So I was oh, cool. So I would go into one. Like, one was a maze full of skeletons, which was not a problem because I had gotten a skeleton mask thing that basically skeletons don't attack me.
Yeah, you're one of them.
Yeah, and they think I'm one of them, so it wasn't hard at all.
Yeah.
And then there was one that had like laser puzzle things where you had to turn these like orb things that bounce a laser through and melt crystals and stuff. And it was really cool, and I really like it. And there's cool little puzzles, and I found one tower where I go in there, and it's like 4 columns, and each one has a sign next to it with a riddle. And you have to read the riddle and figure out what item you have to put on the column to go with that riddle.
And you're terrible at it.
I have not figured out any of them. Actually, I think I figured out one of them, but I don't know if it did something weird, or I don't know what it gave me, or if I have to do the other 3 before it finally gives me the whole thing. But it made a thing like I had gotten it right, but I haven't figured out the other 3 at all. So it's really good, but that game is like weirdly addictive.
Yeah.
I finally found some things there were things annoying me about it, like every time one of the I set up these rods that auto-mine a certain area.
Yeah.
And every time it would do it, like the screen would do a little shake thing. And every time something would finish crafting, it would do a little sound and shake. And I'm like, okay, this is getting... After a while, I had so many of them. It was like, dum, 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 constantly going on. I'm like, this is getting kind of annoying. I was like, wait a second, I can turn it off. So I went into the settings, I turned that off, and I turned off some other things. I'm like, this is way better.
I'm sure early on it probably
early on it's fine.
It gives you kind of a heads up that stuff is happening.
Well, early on is fine. It's kind of a middle game thing because early on is fine. Well, even then early on, because you only have like one, but usually there's so much stuff growing and spawning that it's just constantly hitting stuff, or it'll just keep going because there's so much stuff in the area until it finally clears it out.
Yeah.
While later you have so many of them and it kind of clears them out, and it only starts hitting things as they show up.
Yeah.
So that's weird. But then I started getting stuff like I got a quarry I built, which basically randomly spawns a whole bunch of mineable rocks with ores and coal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it just like spawns it in the area. So I was like, oh, so then it suddenly a bunch of stuff appears and all my auto miners start like
going crazy.
Going crazy. And it's fun. I like the game a lot. I'm curious to see what they add. They added some better weather effects and stuff like that. I'm curious to see what more they bring to it, because I really enjoy it. They added other game modes. There's like I forget what they called it, but they have another game mode where it's like a speed run thing where you basically it's a single island. You have just the island. You can't buy more land masses. And all you do is you have to get all the tools. That's your goal, and as quickly as possible. And there's another one that you do something else. It's like another survival type thing. But I like it. I start playing it, and it's hard for me to stop.
Yeah.
Like, it's really addictive, and I just get to do it. Like, I'm just going to do one more thing, and just one more thing. And then, before I know it, several hours have passed, and I'm like, I stop, and I'm like, I get kind of jittery.
Yeah.
Like,
your vision just starts doing...
Like, I need to make this thing. Well, in order to craft this thing, I got to collect these things. And I start running around and trying to do a bunch of stuff and get a bunch of stuff running, and I'm bouncing back and forth, and I get into it.
Yeah.
But I like it a lot.
That's good.
I've also been playing Cadence of Hyrule.
Yeah, how's that one?
It's really good.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I'd like to play it. I want to, but I just...
It's really good. I really get into the rhythm aspects.
Yeah.
Because I start hitting that groove, and it's just like the music, the better you do, and as you get if you stay on the beat and you keep doing attacks without getting hit and everything, it kind of music swells, and you're like, oh yeah, it like kind of builds up with how well you're doing. Yeah. And it's really good, but then, of course you mess up and you start getting hit and the bad stuff happens. But so far, I've been playing the game, and I've been to every square on the map. It's in a grid.
Yeah.
And there's 4 instruments you have to collect, and I have all those, and then you can go to the castle, like the main castle in the middle of the map. And so that's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And the castle's interesting because it has a little switches that flips me between playing Link and Zelda, but I haven't played Zelda or Cadence at all, so I don't really know how they play.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they play a little different. They use slightly different weapons. There are certain weapons they can't use, different tools and stuff. And I'm just like, so it flips me to Zelda. I'm like, I don't know what am I doing? It throws me off because I'm like, I've been playing it this way, and now I have a different
work.
weapon, and I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so that's made me stumble a little bit, but that's why. So I feel like I'm getting close to the end of the game. Though I know I haven't like solved all the puzzles and found everything, but because there's tons of stuff.
No one expects you to.
Oh, okay. I also got this came in this week.
Okay.
The Acquisitions Incorporated Dungeons and Dragons supplementary material. The book.
You could have just said the book.
I know, but it was funny. It's really interesting. I'm reading it because it's basically like you use the regular D&D books and make your characters and stuff, and then you overlay the acquisition theme on it.
Yeah.
So there you have you're buying into a franchise. Everything's presented like you're being.
You're not doing a party. You're doing a franchise.
Yeah, you're starting a franchise, and you have to you got to pay the franchise fees, and you gotta and they provide you with a headquarters and stuff, but you gotta pay. Depending on what headquarters you get, they have costs.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay so much to the head office. And it's really great. It's really funny. And I'm really enjoying, especially since I listened to the podcast for a long time and watched a lot of the shows and stuff. Though they put out so much of it now, I can't keep up.
It's impossible to keep up.
At some point, I'm going to try to catch up.
I mean, because they do 3-hour sessions at a time.
Well, yeah,
and then they do them once a week.
Because originally it was a podcast, and they did 3 seasons of the podcast, and then where it's basically one big session where they recorded, and then they did. They started doing the live games, and so they would live stream those, and you could listen to those, and that's really fun. And so those would kind of build up on each one, and then they started doing the C team. They got the spinoffs.
Met once a week.
Yeah, it was
3 hours a week.
Once a week on Wednesday, starting at 2:00 our time, they would stream for 3 hours or something, and I'm like, every week for us, for however long, and I'm like, I can't keep up with everything. I like it. I enjoy it. But I'm just I don't have enough time to watch it. If I didn't watch anything else, I could probably keep up with it. But maybe at some point when I have a vacation, I'll just catch up on them. I at least catch up on the main team story. But because even then, we went into at PAX, we watched the live show, and that story gets continued from each PAX show. Yeah. And so I was like, I hadn't really watched any other stuff between that one and the last one at PAX South. So
I haven't either, but it's still fun to watch.
It is a lot of fun to watch.
And I always just see the one at PAX South, and then I'm like, I don't know how this guy got here, but whatever.
Yeah, it's really great. So I haven't got that far into the book. I've just been kind of reading the materials. And basically you have roles and other things that it's just things they add to the game that that you can kind of build your own acquisitions game. Yeah. And so I'm really excited to try it out. I don't know. At first I thought we had talked about doing a couples game with us and our lady friends, but I don't know if it's necessarily right for first time players. Yeah. Because it feels like something you have players like our normal group who we've played a lot of
played a lot of D&D. We want to mix it up a little bit.
And we want to kind of shake it up with a different theme. I think it would be good. I think it would be maybe a little much or confusing for first time players.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, but we'll see. I'm looking through the book. I'm reading now.
Speaking of D&D, we're Ham and Rob are coming in next weekend, and we're going to play some D&D.
Yeah.
Just some good old-fashioned 5th edition with we're going for classic characters. So we're kind of going back to characters we used to play a lot. Not characters, but classes.
Ham's playing a paladin.
Ham's playing a paladin.
You're gonna
I'm gonna play a rogue. Yeah, I haven't done in 5th edition.
Yeah. See, if we went really classic, our first characters, I played a fighter. Yeah. But I don't think I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna play really my favorite class. It's the monk. Yeah. So I'll probably play a monk. I haven't decided which monk. I don't know if I'm gonna make a new character to play, or if I want to kind of revive one of my older characters that I have a couple.
That might be fun. I go back and find. I still have a lot of my old characters.
I have most of mine.
And go back and see, let's see, what's one of these characters, and bring them back.
I have a more recent character I really enjoy, who's a monk who's like on a pilgrimage of sorts, and he worships the sun, and I like that character a lot. I was thinking about playing him, but then I also thought maybe I should go back further to one of my longest running first monks I made, which was a dwarf monk, Dogen the Demon Slayer, who was awesome. He was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, he was less a monk of a monastery and more of a wrestler. He just loved wrestling and grappling things, pinning them to the ground. So much so that I kept my thumb in the complicated 3rd edition grapple system where I in the book I knew exactly what page to flip to because I had to look at it every time because it was overly complicated.
Yeah, well, 3rd edition was that way.
Yeah. So I haven't looked. So I was thinking about
what grappling's like in 5th edition.
Yeah, I need to look at what grappling's like, how it works in 5th edition, and see if I can build something.
I doubt it has the pinning to death.
It might. I don't know. No, that was a feat. That was part of a. I never got there. But yeah, that was part. There was a 5-level prestige class called the Reaping Mauler, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and the whole thing was just like you could, if you got the 5th level of it, he could pin something, and if he held it down for so long, he'd just kill him. Which was cool. You do
basically just snap the neck.
Yeah, you just do a coup de grace and call it done. So I haven't decided yet. I gotta. Though I need to make a decision soon.
So, anything else? Other games you want to talk about? Before we jump into news, there's some interesting stuff today.
Yeah,
I would like to discuss.
Robert told me about this game, and I went and looked it up, and it looks really weird. Called Carrion. Have you heard of this? He mentioned it to. I don't know where he saw it. I'm sure he told me, and I just forgot. But they call it. It
helps to listen.
Yeah.
Daniel. I don't listen to him, but
he
you
called
should.
it this, and then when I found, I couldn't remember the name of it. I searched it and found it. They call it a reverse horror game.
Okay.
So basically, you play the monster.
Okay, that's
it takes place in a lab, and like a weird research lab, and you're like in prison being studied or whatever, and you break out, and you're like this weird blob with like tentacles and stuff, and you're going around ripping scientists apart and stuff. And then it looks really good. It's a side scroller, pixel art, platformer type thing, except you're just a monster blob that goes around and is.
Thing is, you can't really call it a reverse horror if there's no horror. I mean, I guess
no. It's graphically blood and gut stuff. I would call it a horror movie.
Okay,
because you're literally going through and ripping people apart, and there was a shot of you sticking your tentacles in it and literally making a person explode.
Well, and that's okay. That part, okay, I'll give you that, but. It doesn't seem like I think I would have no problem playing that because it's not horror games where it's I don't know what's around the corner. Where this one, I'm around the corner. No, it's not really scary.
It's not really scary, but I think it's only a horror game in sense of the style and the gore.
Yeah,
not necessarily to be afraid. You're personally afraid, which is probably the best way for me to experience a horror game.
To be the horror.
But yeah, it looks interesting and kind of cool, and I was like, it doesn't come out till I think next year or something like that. So it's still a ways off.
He was just teasing you with it.
Yeah, he saw. I think this was an announcement trailer, and he mentioned it to me. So I was like, I thought about it, so I went and looked it up, and I was like, it looks really interesting.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, you should.
Sounds interesting.
Y'all should. Shout out to Rob for telling me about it.
There you go, Rob. You got something. News.
Yeah.
There's a few interesting things I want to bring up. First up, let's start with Zelda. We talked about Zelda. The Breath of the Wild sequel. Did you read the article about talking to the two guys about the new Link's Awakening and Breath
I hadn't
of the
read
Wild?
it. I heard that basically they just had too much stuff, so
they were developing DLCs, and they were coming up with ideas, and they basically were like, we have too many. And he said, as most DLCs, you're just adding data to an already existing game, right? And he said they got
too big.
Sounded like it got bigger than the other game, so they're like, well, we might as well just start from scratch.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're doing, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So I am curious to see how
it is interesting.
how that develops.
I'm excited about it.
Not much detail about it. Other than
I don't think we'll get anything for a little while.
Probably till next year.
Yeah,
before
next
it
year
comes
they'll
out.
probably start teasing and showing us more material, and then
And then
it'll
we'll
come
get
out
it.
a little later.
Yeah. The guy talking about Link's Awakening was pretty interesting as well. He's talking about the, adding new stuff to it, and the whole. They realized that the design of Link's Awakening, all the rooms for dungeons were the same size, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's when they came up with the idea, like, well, you make your own. You just build the dungeon.
Yeah, you just put the pieces together.
and then you play the dungeon. So because they will all work with all the other one. So that's pretty cool. There was a AI made 4K conversion of a GameCube game I guess you can play it. I don't know where it is, but but you can watch it on YouTube.
I'm not sure I understand anything you're talking about. What?
An
AI.
An AI.
Yeah. Made a game.
Took a game and upconverted it to 4K.
Okay.
The textures and all that.
Okay.
No one touched it other than that.
Oh, they let it do the work.
It did it. It was Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
Twin Snakes, which is the GameCube version.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took it and up-resed it, basically. It made it 4K, and you can watch it on YouTube. The whole game is on YouTube. And I jumped through it and looked at it. It looks really good.
Really?
I mean, it still looks like a game made, when 99, whenever that game came out. It still looks like that, but it's not like pixely or anything like that. It looks really good.
There's no weird AI things that happen.
Yeah, well, I remember Metal Gear Solid as kind of a blur because it kind of was a blur. It's just these pixel, blurry.
Well, they were also on screens that were like,
And like when I was replaying it, I was just like, this doesn't look great, just because But so this one, but it's real clean, it's crisp, and everything looks good, and you can see everything clearly, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Makes me want to play it again. I don't know if you can get it or if it's legal or anything. But that's questionable.
Yeah.
So
if they get it good enough, they'll just let it up-res all the previous games.
That's kind of the thing. Maybe there's a couple of they've done it. A couple of them they did it with Doom not long ago.
Oh, really?
And a few games have done this, and so I am curious to see if this become
like the norm.
Yeah, it becomes the norm. It's like, we developed the programs that can do this better than any human and takes less time.
Yeah.
They just let it run.
Yeah.
And then you can just all of a sudden we'll see a resurgence in all these games that we used to play. It looks terrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you played it on the original mediums, it was fine and acceptable. It's just the screen qualities have gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
And backlights and things like that.
Speaking of Metal Gear Solid, Konami.
Yes.
We went to the boats recently.
We were at the casino.
A casino on the river.
Yes.
Actually, this one wasn't on the river. Cause,
it's not. It was a new one.
It was a new one, so it wasn't on the river.
It didn't have to be that way.
So technically, it wasn't a boat.
No.
We didn't go to the boat.
We did not go to any boat.
Okay.
I never claimed to. I never claimed to go to a boat.
Yeah, well, anyway.
In the past I have, but usually when I was actually going to the boat. And we saw some... the Konami slot machines.
Konami slot machine,
Yeah.
which I'd heard about.
Yeah, I've seen them around.
And I'd never seen them before because what I heard about were the ones in like Japan.
Yeah,
the Kinko machine, or not Kinko.
Pachinko?
Pachinko, machines and with the Metal Gear Solid stuff, and but that's the future of Konami, I guess. They want to make gambling games.
Yeah, we've talked about it on the show that like they put out Silent Hill.
They have all these great IP, and they're not using any of them.
No, they're not. They're not doing anything.
At least sell them.
At least
license them.
Yeah.
They can make some money for doing nothing.
I'm sure it will eventually happen.
Speaking of remastering, Blizzard is releasing a graphic pack for StarCraft Remastered.
Okay.
That gives it a animated look.
Really?
And it's based off. So apparently, there's a series, a StarCraft series, an animated series.
Oh, really?
It's like cartoony and stuff, and it's Carbot Animation does it apparently. I've never heard of it. Didn't know anything about it, but they're releasing an official graphic pack for StarCraft Remastered that makes it look like it.
Oh.
And it looks great.
Oh, really?
It's like an animated StarCraft, and so everything kind of more cartoony.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah.
I was like, I would play the shit out of this.
Yeah.
If this was a new game and looked like this, I'd be like, yeah, on RTS, let's go.
Yeah. I need to look that up.
Look it
sounds
up.
really cool.
It's really pretty neat. I was like, I don't have StarCraft Remastered because I didn't want to pay for it again. Because I already own like 2 copies of StarCraft and then a digital one. And I didn't really want to have to buy it again. So, but it makes tempted to get it just because the animation one looks really good. But it comes out next month, July 10th. So anyone who has it is interested.
Yeah.
But you can see a video of it online. It's pretty cool. The Wizards Unite.
Yeah.
The new Pokemon
the
Go.
Harry Potter Go.
Yes.
I downloaded it.
Yeah, have you played it?
No.
Why haven't you played it?
Because it won't ever load.
Really?
Yeah, I have had a lot of problems with trying to play it.
Really?
I was going to play it. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, Wizards Unite. Well, Wizards not so united.
Really?
Yeah, because, I've read the books and seen the movies, and so I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll check it out.
I've seen the movies.
I mostly checked it out just to kind of see what they were doing differently than the
I read an
Pokemon
article
Go.
about it. That's all I needed.
And, the first time I loaded it, it showed a load screen, and it got halfway, and then sat there for a long time. And I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to load? And then... I closed it out, reopened it, went to load it, and got to a black screen. And it sat there on a black screen. And I was like, okay, this is off to a great start. And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then I was going into town, I was riding in a car, I was in the passenger seat, and I was like, I'm just going to pull it out. And it loaded.
Yeah.
And I was able to, customize, set up my, stuff. And pick my house and everything.
Yeah. You pick your house?
Yeah, you pick your house. There's no...
What?
Yeah, I mean...
Come on.
Cause,
you don't get the sorting hat bullshit.
No, you pick your own house. Because just like in Pokemon Go, you pick your own team, you pick your own house, because everyone will be angry if they got stuck on Hufflepuff or something like that.
But that's the problem. No one's going to be Hufflepuff.
No one's going to be Hufflepuff. There are people who want to be Hufflepuff.
Those people are dumb.
They're weird. You don't know. You've only seen the movies.
How do you know what a Hufflepuff is?
Well, obviously, I picked my house, and obviously Slytherin.
Obviously?
Obviously.
I don't know. I don't know what obvious is in the Harry Potter world.
I don't either. So I and I was able to do stuff, and I was like, okay, what do I do in this game? And then, it shows you through a tutorial, and you kind of capture or get...
Yeah, you capture creatures.
Capture creatures and people or something.
You capture Pokemon.
No, anyway. And, they go and then, you do this thing, spell thing. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I was like, so we were going on the road, I was looking at the map, and I could, grab things, there was stuff sitting around, items, resources, ingredients or something. I thought, oh, cool, and I was grabbing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the foundables.
Yeah.
I think it's what it's called.
Okay. I didn't know what it was called.
I read an article.
Yeah. And but then I got stuck because it was I could see myself moving across the map, and I couldn't turn the camera. I was trying to, in Pokemon Go, you can swivel around. Someone went past me, and I was like, oh, I'm going to turn around and grab that so I could see it. And I couldn't.
You didn't know the wizard command for swivel?
I did not. I couldn't turn. And then I realized I had
just a Latin word.
And then I had no control over anything. Like, it was just going, and it was updating the map, but I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get to a menu or nothing. And I'm like...
So it's still a little buggy.
Broke. So I was like, okay. So I closed down. I loaded up earlier, and I was like, okay, well, there was like the Pokestop or whatever you want to call it. It was like and it was a garden group.
The gardens or something like that.
And I went to like doing something with plants, and then it kicked up. Then it said I wasn't close enough to it, so it just dropped out of it, and I'm like, all right, I'm done with this, and I stopped playing.
So like, I don't have time for this. I'm going back to Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and I kind of was just like. I kept, and then also the other thing that drives me nuts is like with Pokemon Go, you load it up, you go, and then it does a load screen, and then you're in the game. Well, this, like, it does a load screen, and it goes through like an open title sequence of like following the owl flying through the Harry Potter.
You can't skip it.
I haven't been able to. If there's a way, I haven't figured it out, and I broke on screen and there's no button or anything, and it flies through the cloud and has the title and then flies down, and then there you are on the road, and that's kind of cool, but I don't want to do it every time I load the game. And I was like, that's annoying. And maybe there's a way to turn it off.
Surely
I don't know, because I haven't been able to get to the settings most of the time. So well, I hear everyone
you're
like
saying,
on social
everyone's
media,
saying it's better than they've done things better than they did with Pokemon Go.
A lot. I know tons of people.
They didn't make the mistakes that Pokemon Go did.
Tons of my friends were posting on Facebook and other things like, oh yeah, add me and all this stuff, and like playing it, and I'm like, I don't even know where to go to get. I haven't even got there, and so I'm like, okay, that's it. That's all I got. And so I kind of got frustrated, so I haven't really touched it much other than that.
Okay.
Half time I load it, and I get a black screen.
Okay, we're going to move on, because you're going to ramble.
I am.
You're rambling now.
No, I'm
not. You're angry, Daniel. You need to calm down. Your blood pressure is going to go back up.
I just want to be included. I want to be united with the wizards.
United Wizards.
the United Wizard Front.
Do Germans go United Wizards? United Wizards. Wizards United.
I was thinking Monty Python's Holy Grail, the People's Judean Front or whatever. The United Wizards
The People's
Front.
Judicial Front.
Judean Front. Judean People's Front.
The Judean People's Front. That's it.
People's Judean Front. There were like all the different ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, so I'm butchering the lines, but...
Moving on.
Yeah.
Because we're done.
Oh, okay.
Mario...
I'll see you later.
All right. We'll get through some more stuff with you not here.
Oh,
okay. The Battle Royale games are popular right now.
Are they?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
We just spent 20 minutes talking about one.
Haven't we?
Yes.
When?
Earlier. About 20 minutes ago. Mario Royale. Have you heard about this?
No.
It's someone took the classic NES Mario.
It's Mario with a gun.
No.
Running through the bushes.
It's kind of like Tetris 99.
Jumping through
where
pipes.
Everyone's playing Tetris.
Oh, yeah.
Except it's Mario, and everyone's playing the same level of Mario, and there's 75 of you.
Is this an official thing, or is this
No.
just like, oh, okay.
No, so it's going to get taken down.
Yeah.
So if you want to check it out now, because probably won't be able to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 75 players.
Wow.
On one map. You can't interact with each other.
Yeah.
Except in certain situations. And you're all just basically kind of a race more than it is. Just get through the level. And the first 3 to get through the
Mario
level.
Death Race.
Get on the pedestal, right? At the end. And the only way you interact with each other otherwise is if you have the star or the fireball.
Oh.
Then those can affect you.
Can affect the other players.
Otherwise, you don't hit each other.
I bet that would be a lot of fun.
I watched the video of it. It's pretty good. I was
Nintendo
like, that's
needs to like steal it.
They do.
They put it in like Mario Maker or something.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting.
That's cool.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So go check that out if you like side-scroller Battle Royale games. Not sanctioned by Nintendo.
Yeah.
A year ago, and we may have talked about it on the show, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2 fans gathered together to start working on the Half-Life 2 Episode 3 of their own.
Oh.
I don't know if we ever talked
Fine,
about
we'll
this.
do it ourselves.
Pretty much. So they're building a game based off the Mark Laidlaw's synopsis that was put out.
Oh, yeah. I remember us talking about that.
Yeah, we talked about that, I know for sure. But, so fans are putting together a game based on that. And it looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's still very early, obviously. They've showed off some art.
They haven't been working on it for 10 years.
They've been working on it for a year. But it's called Project Borealis.
Okay.
And
name sounds familiar.
It's the boat.
Oh, that is what it is. Okay.
From the game.
I forgot about that. It's been a long time since I played those games.
10 years?
Yeah, something like that.
It looks good. They got some interesting things in it. There's new environments, there's snow and ice and all that.
Okay.
Also coming with that is a head crab with fur. And it's
fuzzy.
It's a fuzzy looking.
Crab?
It's like
That
it's
sounds
like
like
a head crab walking
euphemism.
around, and it's got white hair that's fuzzy.
It sounds like a
Keeps it-
euphemism. Fuzzy head crab.
You know,
Give me a fuzzy head crab, please.
I'd never. But it looks pretty good. They showed some gameplay demo, footage of it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, obviously, there's no textures in some areas, and
Yeah.
it's modeling it out right now. But overall, it looks pretty good. They've also done an interesting thing with the gravity gun. So they showed a little. I saw the GIF of it of a grabbing object, but instead of just grabbing one object, it pulls one object and then it starts just balling up. And it's a giant ball of stuff just
Like
bouncing
Katamari
around.
Damacy type thing? Yeah.
And you just sucked it all into one spot.
Really?
And just flinging it around. So they're doing their own thing with it.
That's
and
cool.
It
So
looks-
you think that they'll get it mostly done and then Valve will just buy it? Yeah, here's your episode 3, whatever.
I mean, that's what they did with Black Mesa.
Yeah.
They pretty much they made half the game and then they were remade half of Half-Life 1.
Yeah.
And then Valve was like, yeah, sure, we'll sanction this.
They've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
I mean, even back then, Opposing
Valve,
Force
yeah.
and Blue Force,
yeah.
Blue Shift
So,
were
the message is,
started off as my.
if you want to do a fan-made game, do it for Valve, not Nintendo.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're really the best people to do it for because a lot of times they hire you or buy up or sanction it or hey, that's pretty good. We'll use it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and so maybe they will.
Maybe
This might be the closest we'll ever get to an episode 3.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised it's not very long or anything.
No, I'm probably.
But it'd be something.
Mm-hmm.
Apex Legends, another battle royale game.
Yeah.
Is getting dragons, which is
What?
yeah. It's my response. I'm like dragons.
Dragons?
Yeah, apparently it has dragons now.
Like traditional,
Yeah,
big-
dragons flying through the sky. Dragons.
It's kind
kind
of
of
a
a
sci-fi
future
game. Why
Apparently,
there's
there's dragons in the sci-fi future.
Okay.
Apparently, they're pretty interesting, and they
Yeah.
they drop stuff, and you can shoot them, and I don't know.
Weird.
It is weird.
Oh, there.
Don't touch me.
That made me think of something in Fallout 76 Nuclear Winter because there were still creatures stuff running around. You'll run into
you kill
zombies.
them. You can fight them to get extra experience stuff.
I had already
special
died
items.
and was just spectating the guy who murdered my team and just watching just to kind of learn some tips and stuff. And because he was a higher level, so I was like, I want to watch and maybe he'll tell. And one of the giant bats came flying in. And he shot it down, killed it, and it fell down on the ground. And then he was hiding under it. Basically, he got up next to it. He walked out, throw a grenade, but then otherwise he was just hiding in the crevice around, in the body of the giant bat.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's pretty clever.
Yeah, that's
and using it as kind of a shield, but also just crouching in there so no one would notice him, and then waiting for him. It was pretty good.
Interesting.
It was
A
interesting.
valid strategy. I think.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were worried. So, Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
And there's a key element from the first one that people really wanted, and now I can report it is in the game.
I don't remember enough about them. That's great. I guess I could look at your notes.
Don't look at my notes. Don't ruin the bit. Oh, let me scroll real fast so you can't read it. The dancing.
There's dancing?
Yeah, the first one had this ridiculous dancing.
I don't remember it.
There's nightclub stuff in the first game.
Yeah.
And there's just weird dance moves.
Yeah.
And it just looks awful and like weird animation. They kind of brought it back.
Kind of?
Yeah, they did. There's some footage of the dancing and it's they got these ridiculous.
They're doing the same dances.
It's similar. It looks like at least okay. This is going off my memory of the game, and
I don't remember the dancing.
That's
so
fuzzy at best, and it captured the essence, and so there you have it, people. This game is being made right.
True to form.
True to form.
Okay.
And the last thing I want to talk about, before you ramble on about something else.
Okay.
City Skylines. You familiar with it?
Yeah, you have it. I haven't played it.
I haven't played. I've played it a little bit, but it's it's a good city building game.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a board game adaptation for it.
That's cool.
And it's interesting. It's a co-op game.
Okay.
And you're working together, and it's not like building. I guess it's kind of like cities, but you have a big landmass, and you're putting in zones.
Okay.
Because that's the way the game is.
Yeah.
You build
zones. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of
stuff
that
builds automatically.
Yeah. I mean, that's how SimCity was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's a co-op game where you're kind of overcome certain scenarios.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of detail on how it plays, but
how many does it play?
It plays. It didn't. I didn't see. It didn't say the player count.
Yeah.
It's like a two. No, wait, I'm getting confused because after I read this, I was reading the same people did a Crusader Kings board game a year or so ago.
Oh, okay.
Really? Yeah, which looked interesting. I missed that one too.
Yeah, I missed that one too. I need to go look that up. I like Crusader Kings.
But yeah, you're laying zones that are little cardboard tiles on the board, and it's a co-op thing. You're trying to overcome certain scenarios, kind of thing. But it seems kind of interesting. Probably.
Natural disasters,
probably.
Yeah, plumbing issues.
Yeah, big one definitely. That's the title of this episode: plumbing issues.
Nah.
Yeah?
No,
yes,
I don't
that's
care.
the title of it, too.
No,
you were talking about your plumbing issues. We're talking about City Skylines plumbing issues. Plumbing issues.
I make the title of the episode. I'm not making it that.
All right. Now, if it was alliterative, you would go for it.
It would be better, but I'm not doing it.
Apparently coming out in October.
Okay.
So I'll have to keep an eye out and see what the actual game...
I may have to go find this Crusader Kings.
The Crusader King one, they did a Kickstarter last year for it. And I was reading the article about it. I'm like, man, this is new. I haven't heard about this. Yeah. And no, it was out a year ago. The article was a year old. I was like, oh, okay. I'm behind on that one.
Yeah.
So you can't cover everything. All right, people. Your expectations are too high.
They should be much lower.
Much lower. We barely cover anything.
Yeah, and let alone accuracy.
Accuracy is not a goal.
Do you want facts and accuracy? Go read NPR.
Or just go where we read our news and tell you about it.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No. Let's talk about your plumbing some more.
No.
We need deep graphic details.
No.
Yes.
I have no problems with my plumbing.
If you say so.
Please go to our website at deafandumb.com. That's DEAFNDUMB.com. And you can like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like it. No pressure. No one does.
It does help.
It's nice. And we'll keep on. We put out an episode every week.
Yeah.
We have for, 175 weeks? Which some might say is impressive. I wouldn't.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.